Hello, I'm Sarantoy. Today I'm going to read the until chapter from 14.
Until chapter 14.
Until chapter 14 and start from chapter 10. Dog in the web. Drake ran to a giant web blocking the entrance to the cave. He started pulling in the strings. I can't break the web, he said. It is too strong and sticky. Drake, stop, Anna said. If there is a giant spider behind there, we need a plan. She turned to Opie. In the stories about Kraku, how is he defeated? She asked. I don't think he has ever been bitten. Kraku is a magical trickster. He usually uses tricks to escape, Opie said. There must be a way to stop him, Drake said. Well, some stories say he works for the ruler of the sun. So maybe the sun can stop Kraku? Opie gasped. Emma said. Anna said. Capri might not be the ruler of the sun, but she has the powers of the sun. Maybe she can break through the web and fight Kraku's magic. Anna turned to Capri. Use the sunbeam on the web. Capri opened her mouth and shot a strong beam of sunlight at the thick spider web. The strands of the web began to shimmer. Then they disappeared.
아니 얘 레인보우 아니야?
맞아. It worked, Drake cried. Opie put a finger to his lip. Quiet. They stepped into the cave. The ball of white sunlight still floated in the air, lighting the dark space. Drake and Anna gasped. A dragon with a very long body was wrapped in a cocoon of spider silk. Through the silk, Drake could see the dragon's rainbow-colored skin. The rainbow dragon! Opie cried.
Capri, use
another sunbeam to get rid of the cocoon, Anna commanded. The sun dragon aimed a strong beam of sunlight at the rainbow dragon. The webs began to shimmer, but before they could disappear, click, 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 a loud clicking sound began to echo through the cave. Capri stopped shooting her sunbeam and turned toward the sound. A giant spider crawled out of the shadows. His 8 long legs were black with yellow stripes. His round body had a black and yellow pattern. 8 round black eyes started at the dragon masters and their dragons. Drake, Anna, and Opie started to slowly back up. With a cry, the spider crawled toward them. Capri and Worm charged forward, protecting the dragon masters. Capri hit him with sunlight, and yet Capri beamed a beam of sunlight at Kraku. The spider jumped up to avoid it. He hung upside down from the ceiling of the cave. In a flash, he shot webs at Capri. The webs wrapped around their mouth. Capri couldn't fight back. The webs magically grew and twisted all around Capri's body. Capri! Anna cried. Worm's body began to glow green, but before he could use his powers, Kraku hit him with the webs too. The webs wrapped around Worm. Within seconds, he was trapped inside the cocoon. Quick hide, Drake to Anna and Opie. We can't help the dragons if Kraku gets us too. The friends raced behind the big rock. Drake touched the dragonstone. Worm, can you hear me? He whispered. Drake's dragonstone glowed faintly. Drake heard a muffled voice in his head. He turned to Anna and Obi. Worm is trying to tell me something, but I can't understand him, he said. The cuckoo must be blocking Worm's powers. I can't hear Capri's voice in my head either. Anna whispered. What now? Drake said, as we can fight Kraken without our dragons. A small connection. Drake, Anna, and Obi stayed hidden behind the rock. But the clicking sound of the giant spider grew louder as he got closer. Click, click, click. We should go get help, Obi whispered. Who will help us? Drake asked. We can't stay here, Anna said. Kraken is going to trap us in cocoons too. Obi stood up.
Maybe
His dragonstone, was glowing. Obi, get down, Drake hissed. Obi didn't listen to Drake. He started at the rainbow dragon. Kraken spotted Obi with one of his 8 eyes. Watch out, Obi! Kraken will hit you with one of his webs. Drake yelled. Obi didn't run. He turned to the rainbow dragon. Our village needs you, he said. Please help us. Then Obi's dragonstone began to glow brighter and brighter and brighter. Wow! Drake told Anna. I've never seen a dragonstone glow like that before. It's even brighter than a worm when he uses these powers. The bright green light filled the cave. The dragon master had to shade their eyes. Eee! Kraken shrieked. At the powerful light grew, he scattered deep into the cave. The light faded. Drake looked around. The cocoons around the dragons were shimmering just like when Capri's sunlight hit the giant web.
The cocoons
disappeared. Drake and Anna ran to their dragons. Anna patted Capri's head. Worm, are you okay? Drake asked. I am fine, Worm replied. Drake smiled and glanced over at Obi. The new dragon master was standing next to the rainbow dragon. She was free of the cocoon and hovering above the floor. She's so beautiful, Anna whispered. The rainbow dragon's colorful scales shimmered in the dim light of the cave. She had a long, snake-like body like worms. She did not have wings. Obi turned to Drake and Anna. She says it's time to make it rain, and she wants me to go with her. Drake nodded. Obi climbed into the rainbow dragon's back. Then they floated out of the cave past Drake, Anna, and their dragons. Anna nudged Drake. Let's go! They ran outside, followed by Worm and Capri. The sun shone brightly in the blue sky. The rainbow dragon flew up above the grassy lands with Obi on her back. I'll meet you back at the village, Obi called down. Obi and dragon flew higher and higher. Great clouds appeared in the sky. Then Drake felt one cold wet drop on his cheek. Rain! He cheered. Dragons in the sky. More clouds filled the sky. The rain began to fall harder. Obi will be busy for a while, Drake said. Let's go tell his parents what happened, Anna nodded. She touched Capri with one hand and Worm with the other. Worm transformed them to the village in a flash of green light. They found the villagers standing outside in the rain. Obi's parents ran up to them. Where's Obi? Obi's mother asked. He's safe, Drake replied. Kraku, the spider, was keeping the rainbow dragon prisoner. Obi freed her. They are both up in the sky now, making rain. Obi's mother took Anna by the hand. Come, both of you. I think this will be a long rain. Step inside our hut where it is warm and dry. Obi's mother fed them bowls of hot stew. Just as they were finishing, a shout came from outside the hut. Look! Drake, Anna, and Obi's parents rushed outside. The clouds were floating away. The sun was shining. The sky was bright blue, and the rainbow dragon was floating in the sky. Her body curved just like a rainbow. Her colorful scales shimmered brightly. Obi sat on her back, beaming happily. Everyone stared at the sight amazed. Then Anna's dragonstone began to glow. She smiled. Capri wants to fly too, she said. Anna climbed onto Capri's back. Capri flew up into the sky. Misty water drops filled the air. She shot a beam of sunlight from her mouth. The light hit the water droplets and made a rainbow ride underneath. The rainbow dragon Drake grinned. It's a double rainbow. Chapter 13. Dio's Story. Capri and the rainbow dragon flew down from the sky. Obi slid off the rainbow dragon's back and ran to his parents. Mom! Dad! He cried. Hooray for Obi! Obi! The villagers cheered. Obi's dragonstone began to glow. The rainbow dragon wants me to tell you her story, he said. Her name is Dio. Dio, and I repeated, hoping off Capri. That's a cool name. Did she say how Kraku trapped her in the cave? Drake asked. Kraku tricked her. Obi went on. He told the rainbow dragon he knew the most beautiful song in the world. She asked to hear it, but the song was really a spell that made her fall asleep. Then he spun a cocoon around her. Some of the villagers gasped. Why would he do that? Anna asked. Kraku was mad at Dio, Obi explained. The last time the rains came, water flooded his den. He trapped Dio because he didn't want that to happen ever again. Obi's father nodded. He is a tricky one, he said. Dio couldn't move, but her mind was still powerful, Obi continued. She called out for help, and Drake's dragon worm heard her. Drake patted worm. And then Worm told me, he said, and then we found Obi. Dio is grateful to you both and your dragons, Obi. Obi told Drake and Anna. Two young boys ran into the village. The waterfall is flowing again, one of them shouted. The villagers cheered and hugged one another. I'm glad the rainbow dragon is safe now, Anna said. But what if Kraku tries to trick her again? Dio said she knows not to trust Kraku ever again, Obi replied. And now that she and I have connected, she will call on me if she is in trouble. Obi looked down at his glowing dragonstone. A sad look crossed his face. Dio said that she must go back to her cave, he said. She must watch over the land like she always has. He hugged the dragon. I will miss you, Dio, he said. The rainbow dragon wrapped her body around Obi, giving him a peacock. Then she floated up into the sky and flew away. I was hoping that you and Dio could come back to beckon and train with us, Drake said. We cannot, but thank you. Obi said, the rainbow dragon belongs in this land, and so do I understand, Drake replied. Obi's father stepped forward. Thank you for helping our village, he said. You will always be welcome here. Thank you, Drake said. Now we must get home. Our friends will be getting worried about this. Goodbye, Anna called out. Drake and Anna touched the dragons. Then one transformed the four of them back to dragon in a flash of green light.
네?
Chapter 14.
Another story. The story.
Trouble? That means if this story ends by the problem next story there is a solving
The
this
beginning
problem.
part of the next book.
Yeah, is solving this problem.
Okay.
Okay? Trouble at the castle. Diego, what are you doing? The first thing Drake and Anna heard when they landed in the training room was Griffith's voice. He sounded angry. They quickly led Worm and Capri and they followed the sound to the classroom. Please stop! Griffith was yelling at the short around the wizard. Diego was Griffith's friend and he had helped the dragon masters many times, but now he was making a mess of the classroom. He took book after book off the shelf and tossed each one on the floor. Where is it? It has got to be here. Diego muttered to himself. He ignored Griffith. Diego, calm down, Griffith ordered. Suddenly, Diego had up a book. I found it, he cried. He spun around, facing Griffith. Griffith gasped. His mouth dropped open in surprise. That's when Drake noticed something. Diego's eyes were red. Diego, let us help you, Drake cried. But Diego has a special talent. He could transform just like Worm. Poof! The wizard disappeared. Rory, Bo, and Petra came running into the classroom. What's all the yelling about? Rory asked. Then she stopped. Drake, Anna, you are back! Yes, and we saved the rainbow dragon, Anna said, but that's not why Griffith was yelling. Diego was just here. His eyes were red, the color of Mother's dark magic, Drake said. I think he was under a spell. Everyone was quiet. Mother was an evil wizard. He had attacked King Roman's castle and tried to take the dragons away. The dragon masters, Griffith and Diego, had stopped him. Bo turned to Griffith. But you and Diego sent Mother to the wizard council prison, he said. He can't use magic while he's in there. That is what the council warned me about earlier, the wizard replied. Margaret has escaped.
그 나쁜.
No, Rory yelled. She balled her hands into fists. We need to find him. What would he want with Diego? Petra asked. It looks like Mordred has used Diego to steal a book from me, Griffith said as he riffled through the bookshelf. But no, wait. It couldn't be. His face turned pale. Diego took my book about the Naga, a dragon of legend. Is that bad? Drake asked. Griffin nodded. Very bad. If murder is a second the Naga, then the whole world is in danger.
Oh.
Like this, today's book finished. If you like